Had a meeting and a get together with a group of my guys this week, and actually today, and we were talking about getting leverage on yourself for taking action towards the goals that you've written out for yourself. And one of the things that I highlighted is when we have a visceral connection with an outcome and we can see it in our mind's eye and we can feel it and we can almost experience it in our bodies, we will take ungodly amounts of action towards accomplishing it, right? It's like if you really think you're about to have a date with a beautiful woman or somebody that you're into, there's a real possibility and you really want to book one for Saturday night with them, a date. You'll come up with all kinds of creative ways to make that happen, right? If you've got some kind of a client right on the edge for closing and you want to close the deal, you'll find all kinds of ways to show up and get that closing so you can get that check. You right? It's because you are very well connected with that future you, 1 day out, 3 days out, 5 days out, and that outcome. And what's interesting is the roots of psychology and psychiatry are in dealing with people who have psychoses, people who have mental issues. That's the roots of it. Along the way, it was pieced together that the discipline and study of psychology can actually help people to also get ahead in life and use it as a positive tool. What's interesting is that for most of psychology's life, determinism has been what's driven the paradigm of what influences our future. And determinism is saying that your future is dictated by your past. That's been the old world of psychology. Now, in the last 5 to 10 years, with a lot of different breakthroughs, it has become abundantly clear and apparent that the biggest impact on your present moment is how connected you are with your future. So it's actually your future that has the biggest impact on your present moment and how you'll show up, the actions you take or won't take. Now, if you're disconnected from your future, don't believe that you have a promising future, you aren't seeing it, feeling it, right? Then you're going to constantly do what? Live in the past. And so this is how we fall into the illusion of thinking that the past influences the future. But it's simply because we don't have a compelling future that we aren't connected to that makes us to behave that way. But when you look at a very simple, small example, like what I pointed out with being able to get somebody out on a date that you're really into in a few days, or being able to close a client or close a deal and get a commission check a few days out. Now suddenly, because you see a compelling future for yourself in the short term, and you're mentally, emotionally, viscerally, right, connected with that, now look at all the action you take in the present. You're not thinking about the past at all. You're now only locked in on that one future outcome, and you're going to move heaven and earth to get to it. This is what happens when we harness our natural drivers and our natural wiring as humans, and we are able to then find ourselves taking incredible amounts of action, being very creative, being dang near unstoppable, doing everything we can to secure the outcome that we are connected to in our future. Now, if you can take that exact same phenomenon and apply it to your overall work goals, life goals, fitness goals, relationship goals, map out your 12-week plans, and then get as viscerally and emotionally connected with your future self 12 weeks from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, you will actually be able to then, in the present, show up in a radically different way and be able to take massive amounts of action and barely feel the effort and the drain. See, when you think you're about to secure a date with somebody you're really into, or you're about to close a deal and get a commission check, you could literally take 5 to 10x more effort than you have in the last 3 months on anything, and they won't even feel like effort. Why? It feels like an investment because you believe in that outcome. If you start believing in the outcome for all the buckets in your life and the goals and your plans of action that you have mapped out in your to-do lists, in the same way, taking massive action on those things will also feel like an actual investment, and it won't be as much of a drain. It'll actually energize you. Now, how interesting is that? Really think about that. Really ponder this, what I'm talking about. Think of at times when you are absolutely pulled and compelled towards moving towards something, and you take all kinds of action to it because you think it's fun or because you believe in the outcome and you think it could really happen. And what I want to close with is this. Think about this. Anybody in your life that you care about or love, siblings, parents, wife, husband, kids, etc., anybody that you love or care about, when you take action for them and when you do things for them, you feel like it's an investment. You enjoy doing it for them because you love them, right? Because you care about them. So what are you saying to yourself and your future self when you don't see taking action on your to-do list and your goals and your plans as an investment and as something that you love to do? What are you saying to yourself about yourself? Because for the people that you truly care about and love, you constantly give to them, do things for them, and you love on them. So if it's a grind and a drain to take action on your to-do list and your plans, my friend, what you're really saying is that you are painfully disconnected from your future self. The thing is that your future self is going to happen. Tomorrow, future self is going to happen. 1 week from now is going to happen. 10 years from now is going to happen. Imagine if you started seeing your future self as a real person and you started having a loving relationship with them and a loving kindness towards them, your future self, the same way that you do for all the people that are in your life who you do care about and that you love, and that you started showing up for your future self today in the present, the same way that you show up for all the other people in your life who you care for. I hope this is making sense and hope this is landing for you, because the only person who can create the best life possible for your future self is you.